Hey everybody, welcome to Awesome Build. I'm Jim J. Ross, and if you've watched the show before, you probably notice it's a slightly different location. I'm actually filming in my home workshop, and so I apologize about the audio isn't great, but I wanted to shoot a little explanation because the episode you're about to watch, I actually filmed several months ago, and I was able to finish it. I had a few little shots that I had to get to finish it up, and so I'm finally able to share it with you guys, and I'm really excited, and I hope you enjoy it. Welcome back to Awesome Build. We've got an exciting new build. We're joined here today by Tamara Chambers.
Hello.
She's got a cosplay that she's working on, and she requested a little bit of help with the helmet or the cowl. And which character are you doing?
Hawkgirl from the animated series, specifically Justice League. Yep. I'm super excited that you're helping me with this.
Me too. It's exciting because I've never designed or made a mask or a helmet quite like this. It's a very simple looking design. It's very clean, but sometimes it can also be kind of tricky because there's a lot of unique shapes and designs and stuff like that within the mask or helmet or whatever. So, but you have a template, or you have a version that we're going to work off of?
Yikes.
No.
I like you said, it's a weird shape. So I imagined that I was going to be able to kind of whip this up in a day or two. This was my rough draft, and I've quickly realized that it was a lot different, like you said.
It looks simple. When you look at it, it looks very like a simple kind of mask, or whatever. Like, but the shapes, it's like, I can throw something like that together.
Yes.
Even when we were talking about it and discussing it, I was kind of like, in my mind, I was starting to process how it would go, and then we were kind of talking about it and using the head and stuff, and I was like, there's definitely going to be trickier than I thought. So, but it'll be exciting. It'll be a fun build. So
excited.
We will start from scratch, and I think we'll probably use, because it is a helmet, but it's also kind of a mask. Yeah. And you want it to be somewhat form-fitting.
Yes.
So the cowl and stuff. So I think we'll start by designing and making the cowl itself, so it's very form-fitting. Okay. And then we'll work on how we're going to incorporate the wings, kind of,
Yeah.
We'll use our buddy Ed Head here. It's good to have a form to kind of work off of.
Which I've never used while making helmets, and I can't wait.
That's ambitious.
To learn about this. Well, you get this.
Yes, it definitely helps to have some kind of a form or something like that, unless you're using already made templates, obviously.
Sure, right.
But if you're going to be making one and designing yourself, it's good to have a form, and you can use the styrofoam heads you get at like Michael's or something, but they're usually much smaller than a human head.
Yeah, yes.
So you'd have to add layers to it to bulk it up, measure your own head and see. But this is Ed Head from Monster Makers, and they're a little bit more expensive, but they're not like crazy expensive, actually. Like if you're going to be doing a lot of cosplay stuff, or if you're going to be really, these are kind of more designed for if you're doing a lot of makeup effects and designing masks and stuff like that. You can sculpt on these, And this one's a little bit newer, actually. It's the exact same head form as their old style, which was kind of like a rigid foam version, but this is a water-filled one. So it's still lightweight until you can put water in it to weigh it down if you're doing a lot of clay and stuff like that on here. But it's a nice solid plastic. It actually holds up to a lot more tooling and stuff like that. And it's really not any more expensive than the original one. So they probably range around like $70, $75. You can probably find them online. So if you are going to be doing a lot of this kind of stuff, I would recommend getting an Ed head. And they come in a male and female version. And it's pretty comparable to like the human head. So, obviously measure your own head. You may still have to layer up and stuff like that. But, so that's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna cover this guy with foil. You can also use probably saran wrap, any kind of release agent. And then we're gonna cover with duct tape. Use that to kind of map out our form, how we want the template to be. And then we'll cut out the template and transfer it to probably some paper or some cheap foam just to kind of see how it fits and make sure you're happy with the overall design. And then we'll make the actual mask / helmet, whatever it is. But I think we're gonna go with like a 5 mil for the foam instead of like the heavier floor mat foam.
Yeah, totally.
And because I want it to be a little bit like form-fitting, I want it to shape your face and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna dive right into it and see how it goes.
I'm so excited.
Me too. A bendable ruler.
Bendy ruler.
Bendy ruler.
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually can find these at like any art supply store in like the drafting section or whatever. But they come in handy for maintaining, like keeping your shape or whatever you want, kind of, if you're making a form or something.
Right.
So we'll just start to map out. We'll find our center line here on the head. And then we're gonna, basically, because it's symmetrical, we're just gonna design one half of it and cut out, and then we'll make the reverse template, kind of based on that, just to kind of save time. And this is always a little rough at first. Probably should be measuring this, but I'm just kind of eyeballing it. It looks kind of center.
I feel like it does.
All right. Right, so we'll create two different, it'll be like, this will be two pieces. And they'll create the dome, because then about here is where we're gonna want it to like swoop out. And then this part here will continue down to be the point of the nose. So then all this, this part will all be a separate piece. Now, on most of the masks, like it flares out, like it starts on the face and then it kind of, the wings or whatever kind of come out to the side.
Yeah.
I think the best way to keep it like form-fitting is we'll create the entire cowl. So it'll be like a mask that fits your whole face, like a kind of like a Mexican wrestler kind of, like mask. And then from that, we'll start to build off. We'll add some pieces of foam and see. This will be like, because let's see, these two pieces, and then there'll be a separate piece that goes like inserts here, and that'll give us our shape of where to go off of.
As opposed to making it like a hollow kind of thing, you
Right,
mean?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
makes a ton of sense.
I think, you could do that. It's not gonna, but then I think it'll be
Kind
a
of
little
loose.
looser. You still have to
Yeah.
have it fit in. We would have to add a piece inside anyway to be the band, basically, for your head.
Right, right.
And I think that, again, you won't be able to get quite the form-fittingness, I don't think, of like on your face.
Yeah, which I totally want that.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
great.
We just had to be careful not to go full Wolverine. I feel like it's very easy. Like there's like a fine line, kind of almost between where the two masks. When I was like looking at reference pictures online and stuff, I was like, yeah, it's kind of like Wolverine.
It looks like I was saying my red one. It looks like Party City Wolverine. Mask.
Okay. So let's see.
Especially because I have my wings that I've created go up so high, so we can't do like the full back swoop. It's got to be kind of to the side, which
Okay.
is pretty Wolverine.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we're gonna have let's see, the swoop.
They can go back a tiny bit.
Okay, but like almost, yeah, like that maybe?
Yes, totally.
Okay. And then, how far out do you want me to go?
I mean, that's a good question. I love this ruler's length.
Okay. Nice. So if we're gonna have something that's kind of, let's see, it's gonna sit further back. I think what we're gonna do, this is gonna flare out like this, and this might just maybe slightly bend, but I think we're gonna create almost like a triangular piece that could, because this one doesn't really curve back, you want it to be even more along your shoulder line.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do that.
I love that.
All right, cool. All right, so we're at a shape that we think we're happy with. This looks good to you aesthetically, whatever it looks like what you were going for.
Far beyond my expectations. I really love the severe lines of it.
Okay. It's dramatic. It's
bird-like.
Bird-like, yeah. It flares out pretty far too. I mean, I think. Let's see if you're. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be like really crazy, but it's actually, no, that's not too bad.
The angle of it going back, but mostly to the side, is perfect.
Yeah, then I think it won't hit your wings as much, hopefully, when you turn your head and stuff. You probably will have to turn your head like,
hello.
But, all right, I think if that's what we're happy with, then we're gonna, we got our registration marks all made, so hopefully it all goes back together. All right. Yeah, hopefully now when we cut it all into pieces and put it back together, it actually looks like something.
Oh man.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. this is just the quick mock-up kind of template or whatever to make sure that it's looking right, it fits right, and before I add the other pieces, let's just make sure that it actually goes on, the eyes line up and all that stuff. So let's see. Let's see. I feel like the eyes, I'm gonna have to bring them in a little bit, right?
Yeah. That looks so cool.
All right, let's put the other pieces on, and I'm curious about how it's all gonna,
Yeah.
the other parts are gonna flow here. So, I mean, I think now we're at a spot where we're pretty comfortable. Most of the parts line up pretty well. I might have to make a little bit of tweaking here and there with this back edge. But, with the foam too, we can kind of muscle it a little bit where we need to. I have to remember when I cut this one, I'm going to bevel these edges so that they meet, and then it'll help pull that, get that angle in, and the same thing with this here. It'll keep that flatter. But you're happy with the overall look? You don't want to change anything?
No,
You're good?
I
All
love
right.
it so much.
Sweet.
I would paint this right here
Yeah.
and wear it to Wizard World. It looks so good.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna use our templates for the 5 mil foam, and then start gluing. And yeah. See how it goes. All right. It's always
Yeah, fingers
every
crossed.
build. right, we're almost there
With the foam.
with the foam. Right, we're about halfway done with the build.
It's only been
And we're in
100 hours.
We're gonna say
Yeah, what time is it?
it's 5:30.
5:30, okay. Started at 10:30.
So,
7
7.
hours? Is that math?
Are you even speaking English right now? I barely understand. Yeah, all right, so we just got to add the inlay here, and then we'll kind of decide where you want to cut your
Grooves.
feathers, the grooves. And then we have to treat all the seams, seal it, and paint it.
Great.
So
Easy.
Easy.
Cake.
That's like 20 minutes.
It is easier at least than the foam. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel.
That you can just kind of do and leave it for a little bit.
Totally.
So,
yeah.
But you're pretty happy with the overall so far.
I'm
Well, that's-
thrilled.
You wanna try it? Make sure it looks. Deflator mouse.
Got my mace.
Don't mess with me, man.
Asgard. Where is she from? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love it. I'm so excited. I can't even begin. Again, just for reference. Just for reference. Wow. Glow up.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna add those pieces. We kind of ran low on some. I had less foam than I thought I had, so we're gonna go with. I think this is like a 3 mil instead of a 5 mil for the inlay. And but I think actually it's gonna look. I think it'll work better. It's
Yeah.
a little more play and. The size-wise, I made some kind of last-minute alterations with this piece and this piece, so I kind of wanted to have a little bit I can mess with, and then any excess we can trim off.
Some pull and yeah, for sure.
So, all right, we're in
Home
the
stretch. Home stretch. I put one more coat on this bad boy of Plasti Dip, and now I am going to attempt to paint it. I have some very cheap paint, and it feels weird putting it on this masterpiece, but I'm gonna attempt it. first coat done. I am going to eventually, once it's all even and a couple coats are on, I'm gonna put on her 3 black stripes on the top. I'm trying to decide if I should paint the back gold or leave it simple and black. I like the simpleness, but her costume is also pretty not subtle. So I'm thinking I might as well just go for it and go for the gold. Get it? Just 100,000 more layers of paint to go. And if I don't finish in time,
Well, this was a really exciting and fun build, and I was really happy to finally be able to work on a project with Tamara. The two of us had talked about working on some kind of project together for a while, and when she brought this up, it was really exciting to work on this with her, and I was really happy that she was pleased with the final product, and I thought she did an exceptional job on the rest of the costume, and I was really happy that she was able to show it off at C2E2 this year. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys found this enjoyable, entertaining, informative, at least one of those. And I am going to try and get some videos coming to you guys soon, probably shooting from this location, so they will be smaller builds, but I am going to try and get some new content out for you guys. Again, thanks so much for watching, and stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.